Some boat engines are still running strong after 30 years on the water. Others barely make it through a single storm. Today, we're counting down the 15 best reliable boat engines that last forever. 15. Yamaha F-150. Thousands of fishing charters trust it daily. Some clock over 4,000 hours on the same engine without a single rebuild. The Yamaha F-150 is a 150 horsepower 4-stroke outboard that's achieved near legendary status among boaters. It runs quietly, sips fuel, and shrugs off salt water like it's nothing. Marine mechanics often say, "It's the engine that never calls for help." Built with dual overhead cams and electronic fuel injection, it delivers smooth power with minimal vibration. It's also packed with Yamaha's Phase 5 corrosion protection system, which means long life even in harsh coastal environments. Commercial fishers, harbor patrols, and dive boats have all racked up thousands of hours on the F-150. And with routine oil changes and annual service, it keeps going. One Florida captain reported 6,100 hours on his F-150 before the lower unit was even opened. 14. Honda BF90. It runs quiet, pulls hard, and rarely complains. But the real magic? It borrows technology straight from Honda's cars. The Honda BF90 is a 4-stroke inline 4-cylinder outboard engine with 90 horsepower, best known for its near-silent operation and incredible reliability. It uses Honda's famous automotive engineering, meaning the same DNA that powers their cars is helping you cruise across the lake. Blast, boosted low-speed torque, gives it punch during takeoff, while lean burn control keeps it running efficiently at cruising speeds. Owners praise its low vibration, low emissions, and low maintenance needs. Some report 3,000 to 5,000 hours of service before any major work. And unlike many outboards, it doesn't whine at idle, it hums. In a world where noise often means stress, the BF90 brings quiet confidence. 13. Mercury 115 Pro XS. It's one of the few outboards that mixes race-level punch with long-haul durability, and mechanics trust it under pressure. The Mercury 115 Pro XS is a 4-stroke outboard delivering 115 horsepower with the heart of a performance motor and the soul of a cruiser. It's built for acceleration, 10% faster than standard Mercury 115 models, and tuned for reliability even in tough high-speed conditions. The engine features a lightweight 2.1-liter inline-4 powerhead and a multi-chamber intake manifold that optimizes airflow. Anglers love its fuel economy at low speeds, but what makes this engine iconic is how little it asks in return. With oil change intervals stretched to 100 hours and consistent high output under heavy loads, the Pro XS thrives in long tournaments and daily commercial use alike. Some owners have clocked 4,000 plus hours without a single head pull, and in saltwater, that's rare. But as we step deeper, lean burn legends are waiting. 12. Suzuki DF140A. It runs lean, strong, and quietly powers boats across oceans with tech no one saw coming, until it started outlasting everything. The Suzuki DF140A is a 4-stroke outboard producing 140 horsepower, known for its lean burn control system, which constantly adjusts the air-fuel mix for better economy. This gives it phenomenal fuel efficiency, especially at cruising speeds, without sacrificing power. The inline-4 design uses dual overhead cams and multi-point sequential electronic fuel injection to deliver smooth torque across the entire RPM range. Corrosion protection? It's top tier, thanks to Suzuki's self-sacrificing anode system and epoxy-based paint that resists salt like armor. The DF140A is also surprisingly quiet for its size, with noise-dampening materials in both the cowling and engine mounts. Boaters running offshore to hunt tuna or cover island routes routinely rack up 3,000 to 5,000 hours on a single unit. Still, one of the most shockingly durable engines in this entire list is yet to appear. 11. Evinrude E-Tech G2 150. When most engines needed constant service, this one ran clean for years. No oil changes, no winterization, no tune-ups required. The Evinrude E-Tech G2 150 was a two-stroke unlike any other. Direct injection gave it the efficiency of a four-stroke with the raw torque of a race motor. What shocked most boaters wasn't its power, it was how low maintenance it really was. Evinrude recommended 500-hour intervals between dealer visits. No oil filter changes, no belts, no valve adjustments, just top off the oil and run it. Its auto winterization mode made it a favorite for seasonal users, and it featured digital steering and throttle, giving captains car-like control. Some fans still swear it was discontinued too soon, and good used models sell fast. One owner racked 2,800 hours in Caribbean charter use, with no major rebuild. However, as we shift from bold innovation to legendary diesel endurance, things get much heavier. 10. Volvo Penta D4 300. Torque like a truck, lifespan like a tank, and yet it's so refined many don't even hear it running. The Volvo Penta D4 300 is a four-cylinder diesel inboard generating 300 horsepower. Known for rock-solid reliability and surprisingly low operating noise, with common rail fuel injection and a variable geometry turbocharger, it delivers broad torque across the RPM range. Ideal for yachts, cruisers, and patrol boats. Owners love the EVC, Electronic Vessel Control System, which integrates throttle, diagnostics, and joystick steering into one seamless user experience. Diesel fuel economy is excellent, and with proper maintenance, D4s regularly reach 5,000 to 8,000 hours in commercial applications. Many sea captains say this engine works like a Volvo car, just with salt in its veins. Its aluminum block and closed cooling system make it light, efficient, and incredibly durable. But diesel royalty is just around the corner, and it's got a global following. 9. Cummins QS B6.7. Trusted by military patrol boats, tug captains, and offshore crews, the QSB 6.7 isn't just reliable, it's practically indestructible under pressure. The Cummins QSB 6.7 is a 6.7-liter inline 6-turbocharged diesel, delivering between 250 to 550 horsepower, depending on configuration. Built for commercial-grade endurance, it's one of the most used marine diesels in the world. Found in ferries, supply boats, even rescue vehicles. Its high-pressure common rail fuel system ensures cleaner combustion and better fuel efficiency, while electronic controls simplify diagnostics and service intervals. The cast iron block and wet liner cylinder design are engineered for easy rebuilds, meaning many engines are still running strong past 10,000 hours. Captains worldwide favor it for its combination of raw torque and reliability in harsh marine conditions. It's not flashy, but when conditions turn brutal, this engine shows up. And speaking of underdogs that overperform, one 1993 two-stroke refuses to retire. 8. 1993 Yamaha 115 HP two-stroke. It smokes, it screams, and yet, decades later, it still starts on the second pull and outlives motors built 20 years newer. The 1993 Yamaha 115 HP two-stroke has become a cult classic among mechanics and old-school captains. With a simple carbureted design, this inline 4 engine delivers strong mid-range punch with minimal weight, making it ideal for bass boats, bay boats, and runabouts. It thrives on basic maintenance, water pump changes, gear oil swaps, and clean fuel. No computer, no sensors, just raw, stubborn power. In online forums and marinas across the globe, you'll hear the same thing. Don't sell it, just rebuild it. Some are pushing 4,000 hours. Others still run daily charters in the Bahamas. One engine tech said, "You'll change boats before you change that engine." And if you think that's impressive, wait until you see which diesel dinosaur is still working at 12,000 hours. 7. Yanmar 6 LY440. It powers yachts, dive boats, patrol vessels, and rarely complains. One of the few diesels praised equally by owners and marine mechanics. The Yanmar 6 LY440 is a 6-cylinder 8.8-liter inline diesel, delivering 440 horsepower with the reputation of running forever. Unlike many high-powered diesels, It doesn't rely on electronic complexity to stay efficient. It's a mechanical workhorse that performs in both pleasure and commercial applications. The engine is turbocharged and intercooled, delivering flat, usable torque across the RPM range, ideal for cruising, sport fishing, or utility boats. It's remarkably compact for its output, making repowers or tight engine room installs much easier than bulky competitors. Owners often see 6,000 to 10,000 hours with proper care, especially in charter fleets across Southeast Asia and the Med. Its cast iron block, low ideal noise, and smooth vibration control make it a favorite for both captains and passengers. But next, we get even simpler, and somehow even more bulletproof. 6. Beta Marine 43. Based on a tractor engine, runs like it'll never die, and for many sailors, it hasn't. The Beta Marine 43 is a 43 horsepower diesel inboard, based on the proven Kubota D1803 block. An agricultural design adapted perfectly for marine use. Simple, mechanical, and famously easy to service, this engine is a favorite among long-range sailors and expedition cruisers. No computers, no sensors, just clean combustion in a mechanical fuel pump that's easy to bleed and fix at sea. Its cooling system is overbuilt, allowing it to idle for hours or run non-stop in the tropics without overheating. Some cruisers report over 10,000 hours with only minor repairs, belt replacements, impellers, and oil changes. Because it's naturally aspirated and low revving, internal wear is extremely slow. Sailors crossing oceans love it for one reason. If everything fails, the Beta usually still runs. But as we rise up the list, horsepower and reputation collide. 5. Volvo Penta D13900. It powers yachts the size of houses, yet captains say it's smoother than smaller engines and easier to live with long-term. The Volvo Penta D13900 is a 6-cylinder 12.8-liter diesel engine delivering 900 horsepower with remarkable smoothness and efficiency. It's designed for large motor yachts and light-duty commercial vessels, offering excellent low-end torque and top-end cruising speed. Its advanced common rail fuel injection system and twin-entry turbocharger optimize both power and fuel consumption, making it one of the most refined engines in its class. Owners praise its EVC system, electronic vessel control, which integrates throttle, joystick control, autopilot, and monitoring, all from a single interface. Engines have regularly surpassed 8,000 to 10,000 hours in fleet applications without major failure. Built with high-grade cast iron and marine-grade alloys, it handles saltwater environments with grace. However, the next engine doesn't just work hard, it works everywhere, from yachts to combat vessels. 4. MAN V12 1400. 12 cylinders, over 1,000 horsepower, and a track record in luxury yachts, commercial fleets, and even military operations. The MAN V12 1400 is a 24-liter 12-cylinder diesel engine known for brutal torque, extreme endurance, and surprisingly refined performance. Rated for 1,400 horsepower, it's used in high-performance motor yachts and ferries that demand non-stop power. Its turbocharged and intercooled design ensures peak performance under full load, even in tropical waters or long-haul coastal cruising. Despite its size, it runs relatively quiet for a V12 and fits surprisingly well into engine rooms designed for smaller blocks. Marine engineers consistently highlight its low fuel burn per horsepower, especially at mid-range RPMs. Well-maintained units frequently run 12,000 plus hours, with entire fleets in the Med still using 15-year-old blocks. One captain called it the German tank of the sea. And yet, the next engine beats even this, in one key way: longevity. 3. MTU 16V 2000 M96. It's the engine that luxury superyachts and military interceptors both agree on, and that's saying something. The MTU 16V 2000 M96 is a 16-cylinder, 32-liter turbocharged diesel monster producing up to 2,600 horsepower. It's used in everything from 130-foot mega yachts to Coast Guard pursuit vessels and high-speed ferries. Equipped with common rail injection, sequential turbocharging, and low-emission Tier 3 compliance, it delivers massive thrust with surprisingly low vibration and acoustic signature. The digital interface gives full engine analytics, and MTU's remote diagnostic systems can troubleshoot globally via satellite link. Despite its size, it's known for being incredibly service-friendly, with modular components designed for quick swap-outs. Properly serviced M96 engines often exceed 10,000 hours, with some commercial setups passing 15,000. And while few engines match its scale, one older diesel block earned its legend in sheer working hours. 2. Mercury 4.3-liter V6. Ask any boater what they started with. It was probably this: reliable, rebuildable, and found in more boats than any other. The Mercury 4.3-liter V6 is a gasoline-powered 6-cylinder stern drive, producing approximately 190 to 225 horsepower depending on the model year. For decades, it's been the go-to in runabouts, bow riders, and mid-size cruisers, earning a reputation for bulletproof performance on a budget. The small block design is based on GM's 4.3-liter truck engine, meaning parts are everywhere and repairs are simple even without marine experience. Boaters love its clean power curve, decent top-end speed, and how easy it is to winterize or overhaul. With proper care, engines routinely pass 2,000 to 3,000, with many still running 20-plus years after factory install. One marina mechanic said, "If I had to bet on an engine starting after winter, it's this one." 1. Yamaha F90. Quiet, efficient, incredibly reliable. The Yamaha F90 is the gold standard for modern four-stroke outboards, and it earned that title honestly. The Yamaha F90 is a 90-horsepower four-stroke outboard that's become a staple on skiffs, pontoons, bay boats, and guide rigs worldwide. Known for its near-silent operation, strong mid-range torque, and remarkable fuel efficiency, the F90 blends performance and longevity in one sleek, low-maintenance package. It features SOHC, single overhead camshaft design, electronic fuel injection, and is built with Yamaha's elite anti-corrosion protection system. Mechanics and charter captains routinely praise its ability to run 3,000 to 5,000 hours, without anything more than routine oil and impeller changes. Used in rental fleets, government patrol boats, and thousands of family vessels, it's a modern workhorse with legendary roots. One charter captain put it best: "It's quiet, it's clean, and it never ever lets me down." Some engines fade. These ones never did. If you found your favorite on this list, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who respects real power. More legends are coming.